While we have time and again highlighted the grim situation of Balochs and their struggle against Pakistan establishment, the other provinces barring Punjab haven't had a run of good fortunes either. Today we talk about Sindh, the most populated province of Pakistan, which is systematically discriminated against, for it is predominantly inhabited by Mohajirs, the people who migrated to the region in 1947. Altaf Hussain, a renowned Sindhi leader who was forced to leave Pakistan owing to state crackdown, has urged people to revive the movement of freedom from Islamabad and unite in the face of a despotic Pakistan.
Sindhis who have been subjugated and suppressed for decades will get their independence, and he will do anything to ensure that. The exiled Muttahida Qawmi movement leader Altaf Hussain has said in his periodic video address to the people of Sindh. His statements have come in the backdrop of a deteriorating economic and human rights situation in Sindh. The only obstacle he sees in attaining his goal of launching a massive anti-Pakistan drive is divisions within the Sindhi community, where one side are the Mohajirs, the people who travelled to Pakistan from India during partition in 1947 and settled there, and the Sindhis who are the original natives. Hussain blamed, though there is a civilian government in Pakistan, the fact is that the whole country is under the control of the army. He also called on Sindhis to unite for the freedom of Sindh from military occupation.
हम सिंधु देश की आजादी के लिए बड़ी से बड़ी कुर्बानी देने के लिए तैयार हैं। सिंध हमारी धरती है। सिंधियों, खुदा के वास्ते आप समझो, हम सिंध को आजाद कराएंगे। आप और हम मिलके मोहब्बत के साथ, जैसे 1947 के बाद सिंधी महाजिर मिलके रहते थे, सिंधियों ने बहुत मदद की, उसी तरह से मिलके रहेंगे। इसलिए अब लड़ाई नहीं होगी सिंधी और महाजिरों में कि सिंधु देश में कोई न जागीरदार होगा न वडेरा होगा।
It's not that Pakistan is faring better at any economic indicator, but Sindhis are among those who are deliberately denied rights. From political ostracization to orchestrated obstacles keeping them at bay from the mainstream, the Sindhi nationalists have been targeted at all levels. They have been at the receiving end of state discrimination and repression. Their fundamental rights are restricted to official papers only. The freedom of speech is muzzled brutally, and the press, which is supposed to highlight human rights violations, operates at whims and fancies of political leaders and army generals. And all this has ended up in shattering all development indicators of the region. While Sindh is the most populated province of Pakistan, its GDP is not even half of Punjab. Educational sector is in shambles. Natives blame Islamabad for not meeting even their basic requirements, and the unemployment rate in the region is alarmingly high. Altaf Hussain and other Sindhi nationalists who are not ready to settle for anything less than a separate state called Sindhu Desh have urged people to unite against an authoritarian Islamabad.
ऐ सिंधियों, तुम साथ दो अल्ताफ हुसैन का तो बहुत अच्छा होगा, क्योंकि हम कितना ही लड़े, मुहाजिर और सिंधी, उर्दू स्पीकिंग सिंधी, उर्दू स्पीकिंग सिंधी और सिंधी स्पीकिंग सिंधी, हमें लड़ लड़ के कत्ले आम के बाद बहुत जानी, हमें फिर मिलके बैठना होगा, क्योंकि हमारी अब कोई दोनों की सिंध के अलावा जमीन नहीं है, लिहाजा इत्तेहाद कर लो।
The grievances of both Sindhi and Mohajirs are largely directed at the Punjabis who dominate the bureaucracy and the armed forces. There is a common concern expressed by Sindhis and Mohajirs on several issues, including the lack of regional and provincial autonomy and continuous interference from Islamabad in the affairs of Sindh. Sindhis and Mohajirs also demand a ban on further settlements of Punjabis in Pakhtuns and insist that restrictions should be placed on the sale of properties and allotment of businesses to those not domiciled in the province. They also accuse the Pakistan army of engineering the riots amongst Mohajirs and Sindhis to deepen the fault lines. Sindhi nationalists, however, have appealed to people to unite in order to strengthen their movement. And the current situation could just prove to be conducive for them as global eyes are on Pakistan, especially after its role in the return of Taliban in neighboring Afghanistan.